Hi guys, this is Summer with Bent Brushes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Whether you're going to paint along with me today or simply enjoy watching me paint, go ahead and give yourself a huge thumbs up by clicking the like button for being so awesome. And while you're at it, click the subscribe button and turn your notifications so you can be notified every time I upload a new video, which will be every Friday. So today we will be painting this jellyfish. And without further ado, let's get painting. Here I'm using an 8x10 canvas, and I like to go ahead and light my candle and play my soft music or fast music depending on what type of mood I'm in. Pour myself a glass of wine or hot tea. This helps to set the mood so that, when the painting is not going your way, you can become stressed. So it's important to just enjoy the process. I'm not really too particular with the brushes. I kind of grab whatever works. I have a variety of brushes, but what will work with this painting that I found was a fan brush, a really tiny brush for details, a larger brush for the background, and a medium brush for the body of the jellyfish. And I'll list everything in the description so that you'll have all the material in one place. So to my palette, I'm putting out some cobalt blue, white, deep magenta, brilliant magenta, a tiny bit of burnt umber, and a drop of cadmium yellow. That really wasn't necessary, the yellow. You can scratch that. So I go ahead and grab my large brush, wet it a bit, and dry it off so that it's not too wet. The drier it is, the more texture the paint will have on the canvas. But leaving it a little damp allows movement, easy movement. I'm going to grab my blue and white to make a lighter blue. This is for the top of the canvas to show the light towards the top of the water. And as we move deeper into the water, we'll move to a darker blue. And where the two colors meet, if you just feather it, lightly paint, this will allow you to blend it nicely, blend the colors nicely. In art world, this is called a gradient. If you look closely, you'll see that I'm painting at a slight curve. This adds a little interest. And you can go ahead and paint the sides as well. I usually forget to paint the sides, but this makes it look a little more professional. I fuss with it a bit, so you can go ahead and do as many layers as you feel comfortable doing. When it starts to look good to you, then you can stop. And so here's the hard part. Now we're just going to tackle the top of the jellyfish. And it helps to not think of it as a jellyfish. Just think of it in terms of a shape. So let's just achieve a capital C. I'm using white instead of going into the pinks and blues so that the color that I put on top of this will pop. I completely went and blocked this part with my hand. I'm sorry about that. But I made 4 little ridges at the center of the capital C. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the shape with white. So now that we've finished our white, we're gonna go ahead and make our jellyfish color, the base color, which is a dark purple. So you take your deep magenta and mix it with blue, and you go ahead and do the exact same thing you did with the white. Now I wanted this jellyfish to pop a little bit more than the model. So I am going to add some little details to this one that are not in the previous jellyfish. Here we're going to add a second layer so that the purple stands out nicely. So now we're going to get into our light magenta using our fan brush to make the arms of the jellyfish. This part is really cool. It's a very spirally, artsy part of the jellyfish. There's really no wrong way to do it. I like to make little squiggles all the way down and get thinner as I get to the bottom. Here we're going to go ahead and mix that light magenta with some white to make it even lighter, and make our second layer of squiggles right over what we just did. This doesn't have to completely follow the shape. It could be smaller or larger than what we previously did. Here we're going to add some more white to the pink that we were just using by creating a lighter third layer. It will help the arms to stand out. I apologize, my camera died. So what did you miss? I added vertical lines from the top to the, well, really from the bottom to the top of the jellyfish, because I flipped the canvas around to make it easier for me to get a nice crisp line. I used the light magenta for this color. You can add a little white to it to make it stand out a bit. My lines were a little bit thicker than I originally wanted, but I like the way it turned out. Here, I'm just adding little details to the insides of the lines that I just made. Almost like little curved triangles. Here I'm going to add some highlights to make it stand out even more. And I'm just going to use the lightest pink that we've made so far. For these highlights, I'm simply using white. Here I add little white dots all over. It's so cute. I'm going to go ahead and flip my canvas over so that I can start making the tentacles. We'll start from the hood and work our way down and just make them as thin as possible. It's best to use the smallest brush that you have at this point. If you were painting with me, I hope you like your painting too. I would love to see what you've done. You can tag me at Bent Brushes on Facebook or Instagram.